saw in my last video. Boom. The engine is in. Got everything taped off, everything blocked off. And let me tell you something. It is imperative that y'all put tissues or whatever into this intake. Because I forgot I had a bolt on that joint on the window, and I took the cloth off of it, and that joint went boop. Yo, listen, I almost had a conniption. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. The motor is in. I came in here to do a little work. Today, as you can see, I got me some dollies off of Amazon. My floor is not really smooth, so it's still a little rough moving it, but it did do the job because I was going to lose the lift, but I turned out I didn't use the lift because I would have had to jack the transmission up. On my previous video, what I did was, all I did was put the engine in. I didn't put the cross member in. So now, what I did today was I came in here, like I said, I just tried to do 2 hours or whatever. Might last a little longer than 2 hours. You know how once you get working, you start flowing. So this is what I got done today. Let me show y'all real quick. Real quick. This is gonna be a quick video. It's not a tutorial because there's plenty of people that up here that know better than me. Like I said, I did not use the lift because I had to jack the transmission up to get the cross member in. As you can see, the cross member is in. This is a BRP cross member. This is a BRP cross member. Went in smooth, but like they say on the people that do the tutorials or whatever, just don't tighten none of the bolts until everything is in. Leave them all loose. That went in with ease. Again, I heard this complaint on one of the videos. They never send enough hardware, and yes, it is true. I was short like 4 or 5 bolts. I was short. So I had to go to Advanced Auto and get me some bolts and some nuts to finish off the setup. But yes, it is true. They never send enough hardware. I'm not sure if they know about it or that's just their MO. I'm not sure because I've heard somebody else say the same thing. But the quality is good. And it went in pretty self-explanatory. It went in without an issue. So definitely good quality parts. Just not enough hardware. Might have been a mistake, but yeah, just not enough hardware. As you can see, I put the trans in. And that is looking good. It's sitting just right, I believe. I put the cross member in. As you can see, the cross member is in. Now, I was a little iffy because I wasn't sure if the trans went mounted right here or on these plates back here. I wasn't too sure, so I just mounted them right back here. I mounted it right back there. Let me know if that's right or wrong. Let me know if that's going to mess up my angle. Again, I'm going to take it to a mechanic shop and have them look it over before I even try to drive it. But I think that's right. But now that I see, I'm not sure if that goes there or that goes there. If it goes there, I'm not sure. But I'll look it up tonight. But that's neither here nor there. That's an easy fix. Like I said, it's pretty easy fix. If not, I'll just move it back a little bit. But easy fix. I'm not going make a big deal out of that. Like you can see, the cross member is in. Let me shine a little light. Cross member is in. I reuse the same cross member as I had before because it was nothing wrong with it. As you can see, it rotates freely. You know what I mean? It's dry, so that's probably what you hear. But it rotates freely. No issues. And I believe I have the right amount of distance. Looked like it should have been in a little bit more. But I believe I had the right amount of distance. Again, it's the same transmission 4060E. so it should go right into place with no issues. But we shall see. I still got to connect all the components down here, but I'm going to do that at a later date because I want to run the hoses and all that other good stuff. But yeah, man, I'm pretty much done for the day. That's just a little something light. I'm not sure if I'm going to let her down or keep her up like this, but you know what? I might just let her down and use the lift now because I don't have to worry about the jacking the transmission up. So I might go ahead and just do that, utilize this lift. That way I don't have to keep coming jacking it up here, jacking up there. I just leave it on the rack. So that's just a little something light. As you can see, I used one shim in this transmission, so I'm not sure if it's touching the frame. I gotta really go. I think I see a little daylight in there, so it might be all right. But yeah, that's a little some light, y'all. Some light. So everything else should be smooth sailing. Everything else should be on the top end of the car. All right, y'all. Let me get from under here real quick. All right, tube. Just wanted to cut y'all back on and let you see what I got. I got the disconnect fittings to the AN push to lock hose. They say you don't need a clamp for this hose because of the style of hose, but I'm gonna see how it works. If it starts squirting fuel, I'm gonna put a clamp. It was definitely easier than the braided hose. I did do braided hose at first, but I changed my mind because it kept fraying. And I got the cool tool and everything, but it just kept fraying. The transmission line turned out perfect. But for some reason, the fuel lines, man, they just kept fraying. So I didn't like the way that would look. So I went with these push-to-lock fuel fittings. Definitely a little easier to maneuver, easier to get on. But as you can see, stock location. I even got it in the clip, stock location kit. I'm not going to replace the vapor line. I'm going to leave that alone. I believe that's the vapor line. I'm not going to replace that. I'm going to just leave that because I believe that's just the vapor line. Do more research on it. But I got it running through here. Stock location. I'm going to clip it down. I had the Corvette fuel filter posted right here. I'm going to give myself a little line and put it right here. Like a few of the other guys I seen doing on YouTube. I'm gonna run the other line right along that rail all the way down. So let's get it. As you can see, my fault, y'all. Let me zoom and see. I'm not sure how this is gonna look when I put it on the camera, but I'll show y'all that when I get up there.